On this episode, we're going to bust 5 untrue myths about tequila right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where we try to deal in the facts. And I always see stuff on social media or get people that email me or message me or ask me questions on the channel about things that they hear that are just not true. So I decided today to let's tackle some of these false statements so you guys know exactly what you're talking about when you tell somebody something about tequila. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into these myths now. Myth number 1, tequila, unlike other tequilas, is an upper and not a downer. That is not true. Tequila is ethanol, ethanol is ethanol, and it is a depressant. So do not let anybody tell you that tequila is an upper and not a downer, as ethanol is a depressant. The second myth is tequila needs to be consumed with salt and lime. That is not true. You do not need to consume it with salt and lime. Drink it neat if it's made well and it's a traditionally produced tequila, and you'll enjoy the flavor profile. So pass on the salt and lime, pass on the shot glass, and enjoy sipping tequila like a lot of other people do. Myth number 3, that aged tequilas are the best tequilas. Now, while this is totally subjective, you could be somebody that really likes what wood gives to a tequila. There are some fantastic blancos out there. So if you've been somebody who's like, no, I typically don't like blancos, don't give up on blancos. There's some very nice full flavored blancos out there that will blow your mind. And you can find some of them in recommendations on the channel by looking for blancos and looking for suggestions. So the whole idea that aged tequilas are the best tequilas, strictly subjective, but again, not true, because I actually love aged tequilas, but I found some blancos that I actually like more. So don't be afraid to explore blancos. Myth number 4, that drinking 100% agave tequila or good tequila will not give you a hangover. That is untrue. Now, yeah, of course, it won't give you as bad of a hangover as some of the stuff that has additives in it or is diffused because the methanol content of the tequila, you will get hangovers from that. But you're drinking ethanol, you're drinking alcohol, and if you drink too much of it, you're gonna get a hangover. Now, what also happens too, and a lot of people don't understand this, is that when you are drinking aged tequila, there's tannins in there from the wood, and tannins themselves can have a negative effect on your body, and it can cause an adverse reaction, which in turn also can cause a headache or a slight hangover. So the idea that 100% agave tequila won't give you a hangover is completely false. It will if you push the limits. Now, if you don't push the limits and you drink in moderation like everybody should, it will not cause a hangover. It will not cause a hangover as easy as some of the poorly produced ones with higher methanol content, but it will still give you a hangover if you push the limits on it, as any alcohol will. All right, so myth number 5 is that tequila is healthy for you. This is absolutely incorrect. Now, I've seen these posts all over social media, and I've seen some articles that were written about it, but what basically happened here is it was a misrepresentation of a research study that was done. There was a research study done, and it was done by, I think it was like the American Chemical Engineering Association, where they looked at juice from a Weber Blue Agave plant, okay? And what they did is they were feeding it to rats, and they noticed that there was a substance in the juice called the gavins. And the gavins, they believed were, they reduced inflammation in the rats, they aided in digestion, they lowered the blood sugar of them, and it had all these healthy benefits from them. Well, the bad news is that during fermentation, these agavins are completely destroyed and wiped out by yeast during fermentation, because it is actually part of the sugar that does that So if you want the health benefits that they're talking about, you have to drink the mosto. You have to drink the juice after it comes out of your roller mill and crushed before it's fermented to get the benefits. So there's absolutely none of those benefits in tequila after it is fermented and distilled. There's no agavins in it, so there's no healthy benefits like that. It's got the same health benefits as any ethanol alcohol will. And if you know anything about ethanol alcohol, it is a poison. All right, so there you go. 5 myths about tequila that were completely busted. You don't have questions or comments about this. I know it's going to be controversial. I'd love to see your questions and comments below. And if you like the information I shared with you here, click the thumbs up button, give me a like. And more importantly, if you're new, we'd love to have you as part of our Tequila Hombre community. Make sure you press that subscribe button and the notification bell next to it so you get notified every time I go live and every time I post a video. And we'd love to see you comment and participate and become more involved in the channel. And until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So grab something I recommend and try it, and I'm sure you'll be well on your way to some good stuff. All right, until next time, salud. Bye, guys.